Y'all know what time it is, or at least you should know what time it is if you are a regular viewer of this channel in this year of 2025. But if you are new, every third week of the month, I like to go over my Patreon rewards for the month so you guys can see what you're going to be getting, see what you can expect, and then decide if you want to join since there's two, well, sometimes one, but usually two, or is it the other way around? Is it usually one? There's some weeks left in the month so that you can join in time to receive these rewards. So for 2025, I thought it would be fun if for every single month, I did a theme that fit together for the whole year. And this year, I decided to do the Chinese Zodiac because I needed to learn how to draw animals better and more often because I just don't. And I also wanted to do a few other things to tie them together because at first I'd intended to have them all be tattoo designs, but then I was like, I kind of want to get some more variation in there, and I decided to start rendering them in different ways, so I still wanted some things to tie them all together. So to do that, I said that every single one had to have a gradient background, had to have a little square border, and had to have a flower that tied into the month. You know how in the US you have your month corresponds to like a stone but also a flower. If you didn't know, you have a birth flower. Hi. It's different in China, it's different flowers. But because we're doing the Chinese zodiac, I obviously wanted to go with the flowers for, the Chinese birth year flower thing, or birth month flower thingies. Anyways, we started with the year of the snake and we're wrapping it around all the way finally to rabbit. And I say finally because I'm a rabbit. I'm excited to finally get to my own sign because for my patrons and everything, I do an inspo board sort of thing where I write down all of the different traits that the signs have, lucky colors and things like that, and also predictions for the new year. And I didn't look them up ahead of time. I looked them up each corresponding month. So I've been waiting to see what my horoscope for 2025 is, and it was scary. It was weird because everybody else's, and I'm not gonna get too much into detail with it, but everybody else's was super vague stuff like, yes, your career could be tricky this year. But mine was so oddly specific. It was in spring and summer you should invest, and in September this will happen to you. And I was like, hold on. Why is mine getting broke down by day, month, year, season? I'm getting freaked out. Everybody else's was just year in general. I have a little arrow key system for everything too, because the main ones that I track are love, health, wealth, and career. But everybody's I have up arrow for it's good, down arrow for it's bad, left and right for kind of good and kind of bad. It was to the point where I had to invent new symbols for mine because I didn't know what it was saying. It was so oddly specific that there was no way that I could break it down as yep, this is the whole year. It was so weird. And again, the fact that it listed on some of them specific months that things would occur for me, I said, excuse me? I'm freaked out. Not only that, but for the lucky colors, because this is something I do like to tell, like to share and like to involve in the piece. Most pieces have 3 lucky colors and 1 to 3 unlucky colors. Sure, mine is the first to have 4 lucky colors. I believe it was pink, purple, blue, and red. Not only that, I have 3 unlucky colors, but this was the first one to specify the shade, because normally, like I said with the pink, purple, blue, it's just that. But my unlucky colors, specifically dark brown, dark yellow, and white. And I was like, what? That is so oddly specific. Why is everything about my sign so oddly specific? You're freaking me out. I'm getting creeped out. Literally nobody else's was like that. I wonder if it's going to be similar for dragon, because that's the only sign that's left. That is the only sign that's left over, and it is also my partner sign. So if it is scarily specific, I'm going to be extra freaked out. Why are our signs so extra specific? I'm using the same websites that I've used all year long. So that is... Anyways, getting into the illustration, I'm sure you guys have already seen it. Also, jump scare, I'm using Clip Studio. Really quickly want to touch on that because y'all have been seeing Procreate from me for nearly the entirety of this channel. I think I have a few videos on Paint Tool Sai, and then I immediately switched to Procreate. Have not strayed since, unless I'm doing a video where I specifically stray from Procreate. For example, the Medibang video, or the Ibis Paint videos, where I'm intentionally trying other programs. But no, this isn't like a Eddie tries Clip Studio video. This is an Eddie is now using Clip Studio video. Because I saw a TikTok, and this is totally unrelated to the Patreon thing. I'm so sorry, but you guys have said multiple times throughout the years that you love to hear me yap, so you're welcome. I saw a TikTok that scared me tremendously, and it was like, turn off automatic updates right now, go back up your entire Procreate library, because if you do not, the new iOS update has a chance of just completely bricking your whole library. I said, what? No, I have years worth of stuff on my Procreate library. I don't want to spend hours backing my files up. So I did turn off automatic updates, and now that scared me so bad that I just am gonna start using Clip Studio, because that scared me. But also because of last video. Remember last video where I said, hey, all of the brushes in Procreate are upsetting me because I feel like they're geared towards the new Apple Pencil? Yeah. Yes. So I'm switching to Procreate, or no, I'm switching to Clip Studio. And it also just has a lot of tools in it that I really want to try out, and I have a bunch of people that have been threatening me and gaslighting me into switching to Clip, so you did it. Congratulations. I am trying it. I do like some of the brushes on here. I will say I am struggling to find a good sketch brush, because I'm very particular about my sketch brushes. I like them to look like pencils, I like them to have very good variation in line weight, and I like them to have also variation in value, I guess. I want it to go from black to clear. I say clear because I mean transparent. I want it to fade. If I, based on your pen pressure, a little flick at the end, have a little opacity shift. I like that. I feel like it looks natural. A lot of the brushes in Clip don't have either of those things, or they have one and not the other, and that drives me nuts. And I'm trying. I'm using a modified version of everybody's favorite SU cream pencil. The thing that I did to it was, and I'm new to Clip, so I don't know. I went into some sort of setting, and I tapped a little down arrow next to the tip or something, and I dragged the tilt to be in the corner. I don't know what I'm talking about, because I literally started using Clip Studio yesterday. I'm learning, okay? I'm learning. I am very much enjoying it, though. I've practiced a couple commissions with it. Yeah, other than the whole line art brush thing, I'm liking rendering and everything with it. Hopefully you guys are liking the result of the rendering. You guys should be seeing it now. Anyway. So, Clip Studio, blah, blah, blah. The illustration. I like it, but I was struggling because, the design I came up with, I came up with 3 different designs. And I was like, do I want to go the simple route, which is what you guys are seeing, or I had 2 more detailed ones. And I finally was like, why do I not utilize my Discord server that I have? Which, by the way, I do have a Discord server. It is dead. Okay? It's active because I remember to tag certain roles, aka my patrons. But that's the whole point of this anyway. I went into the patrons only Discord server. I said, guys, well, the Discord server isn't patron only, but I have a chat in the Discord server that's patrons only. Ay. So I went in there and I was like, guys, help, pick one. And a large amount of you said 1, which, because there was 3 designs to choose from, and I was shocked by this. I thought for surely this one was too simple, but you guys ended up really enjoying this one, so I did a combination of 1 and 3, which was the other one that was mentioned, where basically I had a more full body shot of her in a gingham dress with a floral apron and a little bunny in the apron's pouch. So the sticker is gonna be the bunny from this illustration in a little apron pouch because I think it would be really cute, or I'm hoping that I will be able to do that. You guys will obviously by the end be able to see if I if I changed my mind or not, because I like to show the physical versions of the pieces when they're finished, so you guys again can see exactly what you're going to be receiving every single month. This video is chaotic. It is 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning as I'm recording this, and I woke up at 2. So my circadian rhythm is so messed up right now because of daylight savings time. I went to bed at 9 p.m. last night, which is sort of late for me because I normally knock out at 7 because I keep waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and my body still decided to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, which I think is evil. I think it's evil, I think it's wicked, and I think it's rude. Anyways, you know what's not evil and what's not wicked? This little bunny. It turned out so cute. I'm literally so happy with it. I don't think I've ever drawn a bunny before, and if I have, and I'm lying, oh well, I don't remember it. If one of you digs through my Instagram and finds a rabbit to prove me wrong, power to you. I cannot remember in recent years drawing an actual rabbit. I might have drawn like a bunny motif or something, but I don't think I've ever drawn like an actual bunny. Like, I think I've done a few illustrations, like I think for spring last year or the year before, I did like a little bunny girl for a coffee thing collab for spring, and I thought it was really cute, but it wasn't like an actual bunny. I don't think I've ever drawn a bunny, and she turned out baby, and I'm so happy with it. I think it's so freaking cute. The colors for this I was sort of nervous about because it's like a lot of pastels and a rabbit, and I didn't want it to read too springtime because again it was pink, green, blue, and thank god red because the flower is camellias. I've gotten flowers before, I think it was May or March, I get them mixed up, but I think it's May sometimes, because what I like to do is incorporate the lucky colors into the illustration, right? But I also try to avoid the unlucky colors, but sometimes it is just not possible. Like, for example, in May, when it was like, oh yes, here's your flower, it's primarily orange or purple or red, guess what your unlucky colors are? Orange, purple, and red. It was a pomegranate and pomegranate blossoms. Yeah, I said we're ignoring that this month. We're ignoring the lucky colors because you want me to draw a pomegranate without using red or purple or orange. No. That's just not possible. That's just not possible unless I do like inverted colors or like a completely, like, I don't even know how I would go about approaching that. We did not count that. We said no, we're doing that because you have to. It's just not possible. So camellias are usually, obviously, like with a lot of other flowers, camellias come in a bunch of different colors. But when I Google camellia, red comes up very often. And so red being a lucky color for the rabbit, I was very happy about that. I was happy that I got to use it. But also red is drastically different in like tone and hue and everything from the pastels of the pink, blue, and green. And I did specifically go with pastel versions of pink, blue, and green because or not pink, blue, and green, pink, purple, and blue. I kept saying green because I did green in the little template that I made for Patreon. Anyways, I went with pastel versions because I found a website all the way back in February that said how to style yourself according to your zodiac sign. It like said that horses like to wear athleisure and stuff. I kept trying to find that every single month I could not. And then I think a month or two ago I found it again, and so I sent it to myself on Facebook and I pinned the message so that I would not lose it, and I found it again, and it was like, okay, for the rabbit, flouncy, flowy, pastel, comfortable, soft fabric with dainty little accessories. And I was like, okay, we can do that. Pastels, that fits with the colors already. And then boom, red, especially for the Amelia. So I can't remember how I ended up going with them because I had so many ideas. I'm not looking at the illustration as I'm recording. I I am currently not anywhere near my iPad. So I can't remember because I had so many ideas. I was like, I could give her black hair, I could give her brown hair, we could do an ombre, we could do this and that and this. I could do like all like monochromatic, like black and red. I could do like a pastel, like gingham with like a red, camellia blouse, blah blah blah. I don't remember. The colors flummoxed me. I was confused. But I do know it ended up cute. Because otherwise I would have redone it. If I didn't like how it looked. Because nothing makes me more scared having a Patreon than sending something ugly to y'all. If I really don't like an illustration, it's not coming out. I'm not doing that. I'm redoing it. Because you guys are giving me money. You guys are sending me money every single month to make you art that you want. Especially if you're on my, I almost said my camellia tier. Especially if you're on my chamomile tier, which, by the way, I only have 3 slots left. If you like what you're seeing on screen and want this also, but also something custom, you want your own illustration based off of literally whatever you want. It could be fan art, it could be OCs, it could be yourself. I only have 3 slots left. On that tier, it's $30 a month. Customs alone are normally $50, so you're getting this plus a custom for only $30. Please go fill that tier up. I genuinely enjoy every single one of you that is already on that tier, getting to make art for you every single month and talk about your OCs, talk about your fandoms. It is so much fun. It is genuinely something that brings me so much joy. I love doing commissions, but I especially love getting to do them repeatedly for the same people, because it's like, oh, we're besties now. I love seeing like your like creativity and your inspo and everything. It's just fun. It's so much fun. I really think it's so sweet. And I really love seeing what you guys come up with or seeing what you guys want to see from me. I think it's really fun. So if you like that, patreon.com/EddieScribs, where you will also be receiving this in the mail because it's almost finished. This is probably the most chaotic this is probably the most chaotic Patreon reveal month that we have done so far. But of course it is, because it's my sign and I am a chaos being. It's bad. It's really bad. There's a lot happening in this thick skull of mine. But anyways, I hope you liked the illustration. I hope you thought it was fun. I hope you liked listening to me talk about absolutely nothing, because I don't script these videos, because I feel like my scripted videos back when I did them years ago were really stiff, and you guys seem to like when my brain stops working. And then I talk for 1 million years about things that don't make sense, but you guys like to hear me talk anyway, so you're welcome. I'm really excited for Dragon. But also I'm a little sad because that's the last sign. It's my partner's sign, and also that means it's the end of the year. What? No, that's literally insane. Literally insane. So that's the end of the cycle. That's the end of the year. It's the last one of this series. I don't know what I'm gonna do for 2026. I have literally no idea. So if you have any requests for themes that have 12 of a thing, or even like not 12 of a thing, but just like a theme, a general vibe of something you want to see me touch on. Is it monsters? Is it not monsters? Is it aliens? Is it something that I haven't even done yet? Is it something that you guys want to see me interpret? I don't know. Should it be Monster High? I don't know. I do not know what I want to do for 2026. So if you have anything you want to see from me for that year, please feel free to leave your suggestions down below. Also leave suggestions for clip studio wishes, because I am in pain. I love how this turned out. But it was a struggle to get here. It was a struggle. Literally the day before, it took me the entire day to get Clip Studio put in a format that was accessible to me. Getting like my windows and everything organized in a place that didn't make my brain hurt. The only reason it has taken me so long to fully make the switch over to Clip Studio is because I didn't know about the quick access menu. Oh my gosh, I found that by chance as I was googling, hey, where's flip horizontal? I'm getting so upset because it's something that's so easy and intuitive in Procreate, but is like hidden in secret in Clip Studio. I was like, where is flip horizontal? And someone was like, it's over here, but also if you drop it in the quick access menu. I said the quick access menu, and I set that baby up. I set her up with everything that makes me cry to find, such as like merge layer, copy paste, liquefy, things that are just so, I mean, I'm sure they're like second nature to Clip users, but to me it makes my eyes water and my head hurt. It was hard to find. So I got everything in there set up. I moved my colors around. I moved like the layers and like the tools and everything. I got my favorite tools dropped in the tool bar and color coded, so I know like that's not regular pencils. That's my favorite pencil. You can see them color coded up in the corner, I'm sure. But yeah, please leave Clip Studio recommendations. But yeah, thank you so much for sitting through me rambling through this entire video, and an especially thank you to all of my patrons up on screen now. I love you guys so much. Thank you for putting up with me. Thank you for wanting to listen to me talk for absolutely no reason at all. I adore you and I love you so much. You guys are amazing. Thank you for supporting me and letting me make all of this art and talk so much and lose my mind all of the time and make you guys things. Is very special and important to me. And thank you if you're just sitting here and watching this YouTube video. And I'm realizing now, I'm so sorry if you guys hear me sniffling. It is cold and I got my nostril pierced a few days ago and she's bleeding. It's frustrating. I didn't think about getting my nose pierced when it's cold outside. She's irritated and I am sniffly. And I am so sorry if the mic is picking up on that. Anyways, that is enough. That is enough. I love you guys and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.